Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host. And today I want to talk to you about Flotsam, Adrift Among the Stars, a game by Joshua Fox that was crowdfunded in Kickstarter and I got my hands on a little while ago. But what I want to find out is if this book is actually worth the amount of money I had to pay to get my hands on it. Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG unbooking videos. Being trapped in a space station, among the stars, and having to survive there is not a new concept at all. In fact, not long ago I was reviewing Nibiru, a game that does something very, very similar, and it does it incredibly well. But the reason I was very interested in Flotsam is because it's a GM-less game that places a focus on player and character relationships, which I do like a lot. So I had to take a look at it and decided, let's throw these people some money. So I haven't read the book yet. I don't know what the game is all about, but I wanted to show you if this book is actually worth it, considering how much I paid for it. If the production has been worth the money. What have I got? What I got firstly is a hardback, very hard hardback with a beautiful cover, very well printed, very bright colors, which I appreciate and like an awful lot. And they've had the good sense of using the back very, very nicely. You get a very nice summary of what the game is all about, and a glimpse into the cover, because this is the eye that you can see from here, which is a nice little touch. I really like that. What was the book like inside? Well, firstly, I got this signed by the author, which is lovely. Very nice touch. The paper is nice to touch. It's very satinated, very shiny. And the printing is crisp. Very, very crisp. And the font is quite easy to read, which is very nice. Lovely table of content, a little bit tight. But there is a lot to pack in here, so it seems. We'll take a look at it in a minute. I like that they have color-coded and tagged the book. That's a nice detail. I like the illustrations. I like the comic booky feel to them. Very nice representation, I have to say. Very, very nice indeed. Lots of variation all over the place. This is something more games should include. A little diagram of how the plot should develop. What happens if you do this, then go this way. If you do that, then go this other way. Having this brain map thing, I find it very useful sometimes, especially when I'm designing the adventures and I'm doing some outlines. This is brilliant. Okay. Lovely. The whole thing seems absolutely delightful. Very, very cool. The artwork is so simple and yet it's so effective. It's very evocative. And there seem to be characters of all sorts. Damn, that's powerful. That's very powerful. Very cool. So, very cool indeed. Let's take a look at the table of content and see exactly what's inside the book. Okay, so what is this? You will need procedures. Okay, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was a little bit overwhelmed by the number of, steps in here, but it goes from page 17 to page 59. Okay, there is a fair amount to go. Discussing your preferences, safety, setting up primary questions. Okay, there is a lot to this. There's a lot to unpack, I have to say. Principles. Okay, playbooks, which I presume are going to be kind of adventures. Situations, and then scenarios. Okay, what this is telling me is that this game is not going to be something that I can just read and go. This is not a traditional, evidently it's not a traditional role-playing game, even GM-less role-playing game. There's a lot to unpack in here. It's obvious they're making quite an effort in making sure that players get to their characters as much as possible. I don't know if that's going to be a blessing or a curse, because if I have to follow so many things, it may be difficult to remember them all, and I don't know if I'm going to be leaving something in the way, but it's one thing that until I try, I'm not going to know it. From the production point of view, this book is certainly well worth it. You haven't wasted money if you've spent a few dollars on this, because the illustrations are gorgeous. The whole thing has been very nicely art directed. So I am not going to say anything bad about Flotsam. I'm just going to say it seems there is an awful lot to unpack in this game. So if you're looking for something really simple, this you're going to have to approach with a little bit of caution, because there are an awful lot of steps. I could be wrong, but that's my first impression. So thank you very much indeed for being there. It is truly and genuinely appreciated. And leave me the comments down there if you have already played this game. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But until the next time, thank you once again, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.